Everybody, I just want to do a quick tutorial on how I do my Annie plans. It's a little bit different than how a lot of other people do it, and so I thought maybe it would be helpful for you. So I've got them all printed out. This is February 2017. It's all printed in the right order. And so what I'm going to do is quickly bulk log clip the sides together. And however way you attach this, be it staples or using an awl and some thread, well, that's up to you to decide how you want to use it. But what I do is I sew straight down the middle. So hold on a second, I'll be right back. All right, so I've got my printables all sewn, and what I wanted to show you here, if you can get real close, let me zoom in here real quick. I backstitched here and here, and the reason I did that is because you're going to be cutting off due to the seam allowances, so what's the point of stitching up there and then back stitching and then cutting it off? So you want to come down here and back stitch near the dates and near the ends of the boxes, and it should work just fine for you. All right, moving forward, from here on out, if you take your bulldog clicks off and you literally fold it in half right on the sewing line, that's how I do it. You're going to fold it on however you want to, with whatever method you want. And so I know that this is a standard size traveler's notebook, and if you've got some extra parts of the thread, you can go ahead and just trim them off. I know it's 4.33 inches from here to here, and then it's 8 1/4 inches from here to here. And I know this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, so I'm going to have to trim 1/4 inch off here and 1/4 inch off here. So that's what I'm going to do first. And this is where this lovely Omni-Grid ruler comes into play. This is in the quilting section of your local craft store, and again, I do have her registration marks, so I can, but I love this ruler because you can line it up and you can make sure that it's absolutely straight. I don't like this. See how these are all not lined up? That's the thing that drives me crazy about cutting printables. So I just do 1 or 2 passes. Make sure your hands are away just in case it slips. This is a rotary cutter. It is a razor blade on a wheel, and this is like a 2.5 inch diameter one. They make all different sizes from here to here. So obviously this isn't going to cut. I suppose if you did 3 or 4 passes, this one would be fine. I just have a larger one, and it's again in the quilting section. So in 3 passes, you're finished with that cut. And you always want to make sure you're not cutting this way, because this is uneven. So you want to make sure that your ruler is on the majorities, because it won't slip, because a lot of these are made with non-slip backing. So once you've got it on here, you have to really work hard to make sure that it slips. So, and that's not something you want to do. So I'm just going to line it up here again with my ruler, and I have my rotary cutter. And yes, sometimes those get in the way, but just like that, I've trimmed, all done. Now I know it's 4.33 from the edge here, and so I'm just going to 4, and that's a half, and that's a 1/4, so the one in between is the one you need. And if you want to check before you sew your cut, if your pages are perfectly done very well printed off, you shouldn't have any trouble whatsoever. So 4.33 again is this line. Make sure you're all lined up on the top and the bottom and the sides. Rotary cutter, open it up, and you're going to push down a little bit with this hand over here to make sure that rotary cutter's not gonna get you, and then you're not gonna slide. Takes 2 or 3 passes, and there you have it. You've got your lovely traveler's notebook.